beautiful people. Dr. Dominique Reese here, president of Reese Financial Services, where I am the chief financial coach, consultant, and strategist. And it is a beautiful rainy day today. Thank you, Father. We need the rain. And I think you may have heard of this strategy before to pool your resources through an LLC. But with who? And how? And how do you do it quickly so that you can take advantage of the opportunity that's before you right now? So I want to tell you a little story. This is how I know it's real. This is how I know you need it too. Because I don't have it. And I celebrate 20 years in the industry. I have yet to be invited to a space. And I have yet to, well, I built the space because I hadn't been invited. So I'm no longer on the outside looking in. I built what I didn't see, and others came. So we now have this space, but it's a different space. So, this new space, though, I have yet to see it. And if I have yet to see it, I'm banking that you have yet to see it. If you have yet to see it, that tells me you may not even be a part of it, right? So, sat through a great investment opportunity yesterday, and I am feeling so excited about it. And I think you can relate to that, where you're hearing all the right things. It makes all the sense in the world. The projections are looking really good, and this is a true opportunity to make some money, right? So you've sat through something like that. You've been exposed to the opportunity, and then bam, they show you the investment opportunity. How much is it going to take for me to get in on this? Okay, 25,000. Not a lot of money. And I ain't got it just sitting. And what I do have is already allocated for something I'm working towards. But I could take a little bit. I could take a little bit, but I would have to pull it. And I found myself in this situation, and I vowed yesterday, I declared this year would be the last year of my entire life that I am not able to make a $25,000 investment like that by myself. That hurt my feelings. And as hard as I work, it just made me reflect and think about how I manage, right? And how I've been managing. And I've been able to accomplish some things. And I've taken some risk, and I've also taken some losses. So it truly took me down memory lane of managing my money. And I thought, this is the last year. This is the last year that I will not be able to take advantage of a $25,000 opportunity right now by myself. Okay, put that aside. So, what are your options? Because again, based on your mindset, how are you thinking? It's not I can't afford it. It's how can I afford this? So I immediately started to think about pooling. And it immediately taught me that this is why a private wealth space for first generation wealth builders is needed and necessary, because I know I'm not the only one having this experience. And mind you, I'm a financial professional and have been for the past 20 years. So, if I am experiencing this as a first generation wealth builder, I know you've got to be experiencing it too. And given that I'm gifted and talented and trained, I can't just sit on this. Again, I build what I don't see. I'm a builder. So after this year, there will be a space for us first generation wealth builders who may not know each other and can say that we are learning each other and we're building trust with each other so that we are ready. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And we trust each other enough to do what is necessary to take advantage of money opportunities. That is the play. That is the play for 2023. That is the play. No longer can you sit on the sideline or sit outside of the office and peer inside and see people at the table and you not be at the table. Do you know that there are financial networks being formed outside of our communities where we are not a part of them and the money is being made right under our noses? And then yesterday, again, it got so real. It came home to me. It really came home to me to one, remind me, thank you, Father, that what I'm building is necessary. And two, it still has to happen. I get discouraged. I'll be like, nope, I'm not doing it. And now I am energized yet again because yesterday the opportunity was a great one. It was a great one. And all it's going to really take is five of us to put 5,000 together. That's all it's going to take. But what happens in situations like this is then you start to think, well, who? Who can I trust? Who do I know? Because an LLC is the way you got to do it. They even told us in the presentation, if you don't have it on your own, you can pull your resources together and you can invest through the LLC. Great. That's the solution. But now, who can you trust to come in with you through an LLC, a formal incorporation to do some money stuff? Who can you trust? Who in your network of 9, because you make 10, who got it and who can you trust to go in on the play? Because it's a long term play. So this ain't no, oh, I need my money, I got to pull it out. Nope, this ain't that. This is a long term investment, and we reaping money every year from the investment. Who do you know that could do that right now in your network? And so when I began to think about it, I had a few people, and now my charge is to reach out to them. But I really thought, man, I don't know, right? I don't know. Everybody got their own thing going. That person already know is at capacity. I'm gonna still share it with them because I can't make decisions for people. I could just put the opportunity in front of them and then let them decide. But I do know what certain people have on their plate, right? So you're like, all right, well, I need a network. I need a network of people that I could just call on to say, here's the play. Read the investment proposal, read the prospectus, get back to me by the end of the day, and then we gonna go. We need that. And I have yet to be a part of that community. I have yet to be invited into a space like that. And when the rubber meets the road, you can find a solution, but now you need the people. You need the people who are like minded, who are renewing their mind as well, who are wealth minded, who are building towards freedom, who are the first to do it, so they're pioneering, and who also lack a network with whom they can trust. But they're willing. They're willing to put in the work to get their foundation set. And then on top of it, they're willing to begin to trust a new financial friend. Our culture is all about no new friends. No, not over here. We desire financial friends, the kind that you can call up from the network that you're a part of, call up from the private wealth space that you've invested in to say, yo, did you see that play that Dr. Dominique sent out? What you think about that? Okay. And now we have a network of at least, well, for me, 5 others um, that can make this play happen. And it doesn't mean that every play is the play. But just to know that you know 5 people who could do it right now, and you don't have to convince them. You don't have to persuade them into understanding why this is valuable for them. They're already a part of the network. They joined just like you. They decided that they wanted to be a part of this and have this as an asset. So we find ourselves with a solution that we can't implement because we don't know who. We don't know who's about it. We don't know who's really ready for that kind of play. So that's why you need to belong to a private network where you do know those people and they have been vetted and they too are working on their foundation and getting all the ducks in a row and getting their management up to par so that they actually have the money sitting in an account ready to go for the play. They don't have to have the money right now, but at the end of the incubator, they will. And now you're positioned to run the plays that may come your way. But when you don't have the money and when you don't have the network, you can't run no play. You see all the plays run by you. That's not how we're going to get to freedom. That's not how we're going to get to wealth. So, what are you going to do differently? What are you going to do to position yourself to be a part of the network as well as to be able to run the play? As well as to have that additional income coming in every year from the play that you made, that extra 10 to 15,000 where it's like, man, I ran a play for 5,000 and now every year I get 5,000 minimum. So that 5,000 for a 5-year play is getting me 25,000 over 5 years. Passively. I don't even have to show up. Right? So how are you doing that? How are you positioning yourself? Well, you can join orientation on April 1st and come learn about the private wealth space that's being built just for you, just for the first generation wealth builder, that person who is pioneering, that person who knows that they want things to be different, right? We talk about generational wealth. Well, where does it begin? First, it has to start with some level of freedom. You can't be like robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? You can't just make the play and risk it all because you need that money to still take care of what needs to be done. So we got to be strategic and we have to come together to learn what we don't know, get the mentorship from those who've already ran the play, have the research to support what we're doing, build the strategy, right? And then implement what we're doing. Like, what's the point of learning all this stuff and then sitting on it? So there's some fear sometimes with that, especially as information gatherers. We'll gather all the information, but we won't press play on it. So this is the space to do that. This is the space to be developed, to be incubated so that you can launch into your true investor self. So that you can find opportunities. Well, not even find, you'll start to attract the opportunities and have plays to examine, have plays to review so that you can now deploy the capital. Deploy the capital and get these investments going that really are so varied. I mean, it's not just about the stock market. That is a great play. But it's a what 9 ways to get at it. More than one way to get at it. So join us on April 1st. Come learn about this space. I'm not sure that it'll be a replay. I'm praying on that. And 45 minutes is all it's going to take. And after that, you're going to know if this is something for you or not. You're going to know if this is something that you need to do to continue to transform your mind, but also to start building out your network. Because if you find yourself in that position like I did, where I want to take advantage of the play, but I don't have that network established right now. And even though I have an investment club that I'm a part of, every investment is not for us. So even still, I do have a network. And I need another one. I need another one that we can deploy capital like that. Review the investment proposal, come together, make a decision, and deploy the capital. So I'm building it, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So come check it out, come learn about it on April 1st. Click the link, register, share it with somebody else who you think is ready for this kind of network. All right? All right, y'all. Go out, be productive, be prosperous, be peaceful. And let's think about how we're about to shift our networks into private investing networks where we know we got a group of people that we're surrounded by who can help take us to the next level in our financial life. All right? Talk to you soon, Dr. Dominique. Peace.